Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yes Have Some podcast. My name is Craig Goldberg, and we are going to try something a little bit new and different. We are doing a surprise live stream for our Patreon members. This is very exciting. I'm very excited about this. I just realized I posted the link in the wrong place.
Did you post it from your personal Facebook?
No, I've just posted it in the Star Wars room in the Discord. I keep doing that.
Oh, but it's in our personal room.
It's in
as long as it's our Discord.
Yeah,
It's
I was
not
like, I don't
somebody
want
else's
Debbie
Discord.
and everyone else climbing in.
Yeah. Anyways, hi everybody. My name is Craig Goldberg. Welcome to Yes Have Some podcast. And I got to tell y'all, I'm exhausted. It's been a week. We have so much going on. And I think I'm officially ready to declare this the summer of YHS. This is our summer.
It was the summer of
This is it.
YHS. I was 20 years old.
The summer
Trying
of
to
George.
narrate.
Yeah, I just think that we've got a lot going on. We've got a lot coming up, and tonight's less of a podcast and more just a chance to. This is a planning session. We just think.
This is classic. This is classic YHS, where we used to do this thing where the week or the month before, like Dragon Con, we would just do an entire episode where we talked about what we're excited for at Dragon Con or what we're going to do. You know what I mean? Like what we're going to do on our trip, which when you explain that out loud, it just sounds like it's an episode where we're like, well, guess what we get to do?
Guess what we're doing? No.
But it's more of like a therapy session, because it's like if we don't talk out what's happening,
It's a stress. Yeah, release.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever for sure.
And also, people don't realize when you have like crippling anxiety, all the good things in your life are actually bad. Everything's terrible.
I think that our listeners know that. Yeah.
It might seem good, but you immediately are like, oh, well, that's another thing added to my
Let's find a way to make
stress.
this
Yeah,
stressful.
I was planning on not leaving the house next month. I guess I have to go.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're gonna cover some ground. We're gonna map out our summer because it's the summer of YHS. Last year, you know, coming out of Ghostbusters Afterlife and everything that happened last year, I kind of had this. I had a little bit of like a little nervous at a couple times where I was just like, hey. What's next year going to be like? Like, I feel like we've given our all here. We've got Ghostbusters Afterlife. We've gotten to the finish line. Now what do we do? And this year feels busier than last year. So it is. So
I love it.
let's say hi to everybody. Jacob Walsh, good friend of the pod, part of the pod, owner of the pod.
What?
Well, I just wanted to introduce you.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I just got home from work not that long ago. It's kind of a slow day for me. I took a break midday because I found out that my Goodwill is back to selling VHS tapes.
Okay.
They
Hell
stopped.
yeah.
At some point they stopped and got rid of them all.
They're
And then
back.
somebody posted a photo today of the Goodwill. What they were taking a picture of was a hat that was from like a local video store.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I want that. But they took the picture. They made a picture out of it. They put it like with the VHS tapes, took a photo. I got there. The hat was gone. Found out that they actually bought the hat.
Okay.
But there's VHS at my Goodwill again. And that's exciting. There was nothing good.
Right.
But just the fact that they're selling them again, it gives me hope.
Mhm.
Has anybody ever made a documentary about thrift store shopping called Goodwill Hunting?
No, but you've probably made that joke before in
Nope,
YHS.
first time.
That's
never done
funny
it.
though.
Mhm.
I
Thank
like
you,
that.
Jake. Thanks, Jake.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. How about those late fees?
Wow. Uh-huh.
Abigail,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm doing well. Like, had a really nice morning. It's beautiful outside. Hung out with the cats. I have like a new like a lawn chair for the backyard. It's like a whole new place for me. So I got there.
You fell off of it though.
Yeah, it was it kind of had like an inverted thing that I couldn't quite whatever. You saw me fall. It was very funny. You can all imagine it. I felt like I was on AFV. But yeah, so I just kind of chilled out this morning. And have relaxed today with the cats and been planning stuff for celebration, just making lists.
Yeah, we're close. Celebration. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta ask about this fall real quick because
Yeah, go for the fall.
I just wonder if it was anything like that time, Abby, that Craig fell and made the scariest noise. Ah! It was like that.
It was like a no. It was
I
like a
thought he was dead.
Hold on. It was like a Wilhelm scream. Hold on.
It sounded
was
like
anger.
Craig was cut in half by a lightsaber or fell
Yeah.
off of the Titanic or something.
There was anger in that scream. There was like pent-
It was
Hold
like
on.
it was like you remember. So in the video, the Han Solo video, whenever you got the
Mhm.
the
card?
autograph, Harrison
Yeah.
Ford,
Yeah.
you had an insane, a bout of. It was as if
A guttural yelp.
yeah, it was as if you looked into the dark of Cthulhu and it took
Mhm.
you.
Yep.
But Han Solo was that on the happiness side.
Right.
Craig was that of one turning to stone.
When you fell, it was that same energy,
Yeah.
but in the I think I just died side.
So listen,
and it was terrifying for me.
This was February of 2020. We were getting ready to leave for the airport to go to New York Toy Fair. We have a ramp in our house, not in our house. We have a half pipe in our house. It's awesome. And I was
Cats love it.
no, we have like a ramp. There was an elderly lady who lived in this house before us, and I think it's like an accessibility ramp that leads to our front porch, and it gets very slippery. And it had rained the night before, and I was wearing non-slip shoes, and I literally I was walking down the ramp, and it was a full body in the air, like
it was a
like
one
a
of those,
yeah,
huh?
my legs,
Banana peel.
yeah, and then back, and it hurt. It hurt. Now I wish there was video.
we were
footage.
we were loading the car to go to the airport, right?
Right.
And Jake and I did that look of like brother and sister laughing at their dad of like,
Well,
Yeah.
it was one of those things. I think it was one of those
"Why
things
was
where
terrible."
me and Abby looked at each other and we were like, "Oh fuck, Craig's hurt." But then we immediately were like, "He's fine. Let's go
I
check
wonder-
on him."
What I wonder is if the scream happened on impact or like during the fall. So, well, let me do this real quick. I want to know.
we need a safety proof.
Do we know? We all know about the Wilhelm scream, right? Do we
Yeah.
know this?
Yes.
Abigail, do you know?
I think.
You
I
might-
mean, you can. Is it
Well-
the screen that's been used in every?
Yeah. It's like in
Yeah.
every movie. It's like in every
Yeah.
movie ever.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I'm familiar.
I want to hear it real quick. Hold on. I've loaded it up. Okay. We got a whole compilation. Let's hear this real quick.
This is a compilation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Wilhelm! Yeah, I'll just fill my pipe.
Oh wait, that's the first one. His name
Yeah.
is Wilhelm. Okay. Wait, pause it. It's so weird to hear it coming out of the actual like that's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
For the-
dude.
That is kind of mind blowing to see it come out.
That's
of
awesome.
The person who. All right, go
The
ahead.
OG Wilhelm.
Let's go back from the beginning. I
Hey,
wanna see
this is
the-
gonna be
Watch it.
great. This is gonna be great for listeners who are not watching but just listening. They're about
Well-
to hear this scream for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We don't have to watch. Wilhelm.
Yeah, I'll just fill my pipe.
Yes.
Wait.
We're learning things.
Wait, this is the same movie. They used it 3 times in there.
Oh yeah. And they use it unanimously, like
Hold
for
on, hold on.
anyone.
Now, isn't there? There's some famous ones, right?
Well, it's in everything.
Right.
It's literally
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
Oh,
everything.
here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's
Empire.
probably in every
New
Star
Hope.
Wars movie.
Ah! It goes up.
One more.
It was like
Oh,
Wow.
awesome.
God.
I love
yeah, that's
that.
Pretty
not good for
cool.
the audio, but I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fun. So, did my scream sound like that?
It was darker. It had
Yeah, that's
more.
what-
It,
it was more
had
dark.
more hate and pain in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It
10%
sounded
more
like it was
hate.
a. It sounded more like a. If I was out in the woods, I would have thought it was a Bigfoot.
Mhm.
Can we talk about how Wilhelm's a little bitch?
Yeah.
We got an arrow in his leg.
Yeah.
Oh, ah. Anyways, Well, that was fun. Yeah. So yeah.
Mhm.
So here's breaking news. You can find out if YHS has anything to talk about anymore. What was tonight's discussion? The time Craig fell 3 years ago.
No, but I liked watching a YouTube clip to open. That
Abby,
was
how
fun.
was your fall compared to my fall?
The fall, mine was much more humorous, and I was already low to the ground because I was on like a fold-out chair.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm a
there you
fan of the originals. I don't see a need for the reboots.
go. I can't believe that they did an all-female reboot of my fall.
Just rebooting Craig's fall.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's fun.
I'm fine. Craig's fine.
Everything's fine. It's
Mhm.
too hot out. There's too many mosquitoes. I don't know. I don't like being outside right now. It's horrible. Some people don't really get affected by mosquitoes. Like me and Abby can be outside for the same amount of time, and I will have 100 bites, and she doesn't have anything. So,
Okay.
anyways,
Covered falls and mosquitoes.
Yeah,
This is
what-
like a camping trip.
Yeah,
or
what else?
something.
what
What's
else?
next?
Bears.
Anyways, I got my good deed badge the other day. I helped a lady. I was in Cub Scouts. A lot of people don't know that.
So was I.
Some Pioneer Girls,
What's that?
the church version of
Sure.
Girl Scouts.
Okay.
Okay, there
Mhm.
you go.
Mhm.
Do you sell cookies?
I want to say no. I never sold a cookie. There was like a bake-off. Like we had
Okay.
a baking contest.
Boom.
once.
I'm sure that was a riveting competition.
Never made any money.
So listen, guys, before we go any further, we are streaming this live for our Patreon folks as an added bonus. We'll probably do some more of this. If you want to get in on YHS Patreon, it's patreon.com/yeshavesome. We'll have more on that later. We have a lot of fun stuff. Bonus audio content every month, including the new Extreme Toy Anxiety After Show Tuesday nights. We did the first one this week. It was a ton of fun. Jake Stevens is I like that guy. Jake Stevens is a cool guy. He's very knowledgeable about toys. He's lived an interesting life. Guy knows a ton about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And he's also a school
Just been
teacher.
cruising through life.
He's just cruising and teaching. He's giving kids knowledge. So thank you to Jake Stevens from Forlom to Zuckus, who we will be seeing at Star Wars Celebration. Let's get into it. We leave a week from this coming Tuesday, so not very far from today. We're returning to Star Wars Celebration. It's in Anaheim. It's been delayed multiple times. We have not been to Celebration since our first time going in 2017. So let's get a little pulse check here. How are we feeling, Jake? I mean, what is your anticipation? Are you stressed? Are you nervous? Are you just ready to get the fuck out of town? Walk me through this.
I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to get the fuck out of town. I'm not nervous. I don't remember. I had a lot of fun at Star Wars Celebration. I didn't think it was, it wasn't super packed. It wasn't like the convention center in Orlando that they had it at there was plenty of space. When we were walking around the big main room, it just wasn't. It's not like a Dragon Con feel. You know what I mean? It felt more like Toy Fair. It's like there are a lot of people. There's a lot of people, but it was very spaced out. I'm not nervous about it. I mean, I'm just more excited to get out, be with friends, maybe buy a toy. The thing that makes me most nervous, the thing I'm most nervous about, is the fact that they haven't done. There's some panels that I'd like to see. We didn't do any panels the first time. There's some panels here that I would really love to see, and I'm nervous about being able to get into the panels. Right. I have a thing inside my soul that is telling me that maybe Bryce Dallas Howard is going to be at Star Wars Celebration. Like, her dad is going to be there. And I'm like, if her dad's going to be there, like, she works on Star Wars. Why wouldn't she be there? So that's going to make me nervous. And then if she is there, it's like, oh, I'm in, like, we're not doing autographs or whatever. It's just you guys got something flying around in there? What's happening?
There's a fucking bee in here.
Well, it's not going to, hey, it's not going to hurt you.
Timestamp number 2.
No, this one's
not going to hurt you. You're going to be okay.
All right. Bryce Dallas, Jake, I'm with you on this one, by the way. I think that for me, my excitement level is like more than anything. I'm excited to see friends. I'm excited to be out in California. I'm excited for all like the obvious reasons of traveling. Going to a convention is awesome. It's a ton of fun. It's Star Wars Celebration. There's probably going to be some big announcements. They've got some great guests. Yeah. I'm a little bit stressed about the panel situation because we're going for all 4 days. I do want to see some of the bigger panels, and they were supposed to announce the lottery system this morning.
Yeah, it was supposed to be today, right? You were supposed to be able to do it today, and then they said no.
Right now, the way they're doing it is like
no. Sorry.
Wilhelm's going. But I think delaying that is not that big of a deal because it's not like you have to register immediately. They're giving it like everyone's going to have 10 days or whatever, a week to register to get access to these panels. But like, there's a lot of people, there's no guarantee you're going to get into anything. Maybe some of the smaller panels.
Jake Stevens said that one year, Jake Stevens, when we were talking to him on Toy Anxiety the other day, said, there was 1 year he didn't get any. He like everything he tried to get into, he didn't get any of it.
Right. Yeah.
And that scares me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. That's why you got to like my new rule of thumb is like when things are out of your control.
Your thumb rule.
That's my thumb rule. Mm-hmm. Well, Abby, walk me through your mindset.
I'm trying to like not pre-stress. Which is very, very hard because I know I have no control over people, places, and things. So there's
or bees
or the bees or
verbs
falling off of chairs,
pronouns,
slipping,
nouns, adjectives, any words really.
Yeah, it's tough. The fact is though, I want to be able to be present and enjoy it and just kind of go with the flow since things can be switched last minute. And I remember our experience at the last celebration we were at in Orlando. It was like things happened simultaneously. Huge regrets. We could have gone to a Dave Filoni panel and we didn't. Like, I don't want to live in the already regretting things. I kind of want to just hope that it goes well and kind of go with the flow.
Sure.
But I'm super stressed. Like the Ewan McGregor photo op, not knowing what time, not knowing what's going to coincide with what panel. It's extremely stressful.
Right. Yeah. I might not even go. I'm with you guys. Like it's 4 days. There's certain things we know are going to be great, right? It's going to be awesome to do some shopping, buy some toys, get some vintage stuff, maybe get a hot toy. I hope we can get to go to the Hasbro panel. I know we have a lot of fun at the Hasbro team's expense at, on Toy Anxiety.
That's mainly what we want to do is make fun of the Hasbro team.
We do.
To their
just a little
faces.
Bit.
That's
to their
high on my list.
Faces.
I maybe have a hoodie with the Black Series Rancor on it.
Oh.
I bought it on a shirt. I bought it too.
So I want to make my flyers.
Well, listen, if YHS can bring a Rancor to the world, then we'll do it.
Somebody's got to.
Someone's got to do it. I really think that for me, my number one thing I'm excited about is seeing friends and hearing about the future of Star Wars. Like it's the first day of celebration is the day Obi-Wan premieres. So we're going to be walking in, well, not the first day, but the second day, Friday, we're going to be walking in with 2 episodes of Obi-Wan under our belts. We're going to have a better idea of what that show's all about.
Hanging from the hilts.
But, I'm hoping for a Mandalorian trailer. Ahsoka just started filming. I'm hoping we get some cool Ahsoka stuff. I hope we get maybe a movie announcement. Did you guys know this? I didn't even realize this. So it was announced a while back that Taika Waititi is doing, he's on board for a Star Wars movie, right?
Right.
And the other person that is producing a Star Wars movie right now is Kevin Feige from Marvel. And it is being written currently by Michael Waldron, who's the screenwriter who did Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So there's Star Wars movies in active development. I would like to know about them.
But hold on. But does that mean like Spider-Man's going to be in this or?
Yeah,
it's a multiverse Star Wars movie.
You think it's going to be Mephisto, and it's the fucking,
it's going to have
it's the Emperor.
It's going to have 6 versions of Luke Skywalker in it. It's got it's got the first CGI Luke Skywalker, the second
one,
the second CGI Luke Skywalker.
It's got the muscular one from the Power of the Force figure,
and then Mark Hamill.
Just Mark Hamill as himself,
playing old. Yeah.
I fundamentally disagree with everything Rian Johnson did to The Last Jedi. Batman. He just says Batman at the end of everything.
I'd hang out in that multiverse.
Yeah, it'd be a cool multiverse. So yeah, there's Star Wars movies. there's Star Wars movies that need to be announced and talked about, and then we've got Andor coming out and all sorts of shit. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good energy. I'm glad that Topps is not involved in the photo ops and autographs. They've got official picks back on board. They are incredibly, well organized and good at what they do. So hopefully, last time even the pre-sold autograph lines were taking hours, right?
Yeah.
So and I've picked up a couple photo ops. Like we got the Ewan photo op. I'm going to be meeting Anthony Daniels and Ian McDermott and just people that I've never had a chance to, get a picture with and get an autograph from. And I know we've all had wardrobe stress as well.
Yeah, I think my main stress is that I still haven't decided what I'm doing about my Ewan McGregor autograph.
Yeah, let's walk through this as a team here.
Yeah. Well,
you do this.
Well, that was my original plan.
You got to say what it is for the audio listeners.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's the Dr. Sleep poster that is signed by the two actors that played Wendy and Jack in Dr. Sleep. And to me, I love Star Wars, but I also really love Stephen King, and I think Dr. Sleep is a great book and it's a great movie, and it's cool to have him as Danny Torrance. So part of me wants that signed.
Right.
But then it's like, I do love Star Wars. Like, why wouldn't I? I do also want an Obi-Wan signature.
Right.
But I don't know what they're going to have. I don't know what the 8x10s are going to look like. There's no
Jake, I'm walking you through this right now. I know what to do.
Hey, part of me was like, do I get a second autograph? But then I remembered how much I paid for one.
Right.
And I said, no, I can't.
No.
Here's what we do. Thursday night,
Payment plan.
We're at Disney. We're hanging out, getting a dinner, having some blue milk. We go into Doc Ondar, whatever his fucking name is.
Ondar.
Fake Star Wars character they made up for the park. Couldn't be Watto's shop. Had to be Dr. Andor. Anyways, we go in there. You buy.
Watto sells different things.
Whoa.
All right, we don't need to go into it. Continue.
He does. Watto's no good. Jake, you pick up the Obi-Wan Legacy lightsaber.
Okay.
And you get it signed by Ewan McGregor.
The box or the actual saber, and what part?
I don't know.
How do you do that?
The blade. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I want to make the idea.
That's a hard pass for me, I think.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Very
well,
cool.
It's like, I mean, because the only reason that's a hard pass because then I want all my lightsabers signed, and then it's like, I don't know. It's just a weird. I'd rather have a print or a poster or
something flat,
something I can hang up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some people do the thing with. I don't think people actually get lightsabers signed. I think they get little like plaques made.
The plaques, for the stand
signed
or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Well,
there.
we're just gonna see. Like I do love Star Wars, but I do like the prequels, but the prequels I like less than the original trilogy. So I'm like, that's why it's like I'm okay to maybe get his autograph on something not Star Wars related.
Sure.
I don't have a Star Wars autograph collection yet, but I do have a big Stephen King collection. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I think his signature on a piece that already has two other signatures will look great. The only thing that sucks is like that's just a paper poster. It's not a print.
Right.
It's not. It's just a piece of paper. It's not.
Sure.
Well,
so I don't know, dude.
I guess you don't want it.
Well, Abby, what you don't know is it already belongs to me because I've already made the trade with Craig.
Oh, does it? Are you not telling me?
We traded. We traded.
You
That's
did
fine.
this without me? With my child? My poster? That's fine.
I traded some Star Wars prints for it.
Yeah.
You never told me this is
you were here when this happened.
You were doing something.
We were chasing butterflies.
We tried to.
I was chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chase.
I told her not
That's why you're not supposed to, because then your husband will sell
listen,
your
Abby,
poster.
you're getting 2 Mike Mitchell Star Wars portraits for
of who? Which characters?
Luke and Leia, the
two
most important characters.
What if I didn't know her name?
Luke. I love your putting on the wrist.
Hey, hold on.
Like,
Luke and Laura Skywalker.
Luke and Laura Bush.
Luke in his first love
Laura Bush.
Laura Bush. See, we did it.
Great.
So yeah, I get the
Hey,
stress.
I'm cool with it.
I don't know what I've had t-shirt stress. I've been picking up these vintage Star Wars tees and I've gone overboard because I want to I like, it's a new environment, new start. I don't want to be taking pictures with the shirts I've been wearing for the last 6 years. I need new
You
gear.
telling me you don't want to just wear that Mandalorian shirt you bought from Target and then wore it to a
Mandalorian tag?
Galaxy's Edge and then we're
It looks
bummed
like
out
this.
because we saw 50 people wearing it?
Can I tell you guys that was a fucking low point of my life.
Why did you wear that shirt? You thought it was cool and you were like, I'm gonna wear that. You said something about it. Like
Jake,
it was
If you're in
Jake,
it was a
shape,
self-sabotage thing. You
Yeah.
owned cooler Star Wars shirts.
No.
You did that on purpose.
the Coles called to you, and you didn't stop and reframe your thoughts.
I didn't. All I'm saying is there's nothing worse than, and this is something I've gone through my whole life. My first day of 9th grade, I made some really bad wardrobe choices. And
me too.
and
Holy shit.
I remember feeling really good about it. I had the clothes lined up. The thing, I like put all the clothes in order on the floor, like the shirt, the
Oh,
pants.
dude.
Like there's a little you down
Like
there.
it was like a little me, and he slept next to me. And listen, it was bad. I don't know. Maybe I've told the story before. I could just tell it again. First day, 9th grade. Are we ready? Here's my wardrobe. Pants, super baggy, white Tommy Hilfiger jeans
Ooh, all right.
with the right leg. No, I think it was the left leg had a huge embossed, like rubber embossed Tommy Hilfiger signature, like 3D rubber coming off the pants. Okay. That wasn't the bad part. The shirt was a double extra large. Okay. This is 9th grade.
In
I'm like
9th grade, you're wearing
5'4",
Okay.
125 pounds.
You're experimenting.
Double extra large yellow FUBU shirt, which this just I shouldn't have been wearing that. That's
Yeah.
not. It just I bought it because I was into rap music and my favorite rappers were wearing it. I was like,
I
this
get
is
it.
cool. And it wasn't even the brand of the shirt. It was just a bright double extra large yellow shirt.
Are there any pictures of this?
God,
Do you
no,
have a picture
I
of this
don't know, but
outfit?
it's like fucking Big Bird is what I was dressing
Oh,
like.
I love. Well, now that you've
You're like
okay,
a-
I'll tell you what I wore my first day.
Well, hold on. I want to hear it, but this
Oh,
is
okay.
This is the
You
whole
got
thing.
more.
I had a silver No Limit Records pendant chain.
Okay.
I felt, I don't remember the shoes, but you couldn't see them because the pants were covering up. I remember waking up and putting it on and having a sense of confidence.
You thought, yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
I really look good. I'm prepared. It's my first day of high school.
A high schooler.
I look like a high schooler. I should be chewing tobacco and growing a mustache like high schoolers. I don't know. This guy next to me on the bus was chewing tobacco. Anyways, I felt really good. Felt okay at the bus stop. Felt a little less okay on the bus. The closer we got to the school, my confidence was dropping lower and lower.
This is like a Leisure Suit episode of
It's
Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, it was just like
It's-
that. Yeah. And I remember specifically stepping off the bus, and in my head, I heard my voice go, "Oh, this is really fucking bad. This is not good." And like in my second period class, literally, like I encountered one of my first bullies in my life. This guy just started laughing at me when I walked in the room, like literal laughter. Oh,
dude, it's like that scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall where Sarah Marshall's walking up and he's like, "Do I button up the shirt?" And he's like, "Why'd I wear this fucking shirt?" Yeah.
Yes.
So being confident about a piece of clothing and then second guessing it and then regretting it is something I've gone through in my life. Jake, what was your wardrobe in your 9th grade?
I mean, mine was pretty bad too. I don't think it was as bad as yours, but I had Jinko wide leg pants on,
right?
Wallet with a chain that got taken away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Before class started. I had an Adidas shirt. It was like a black Adidas shirt that said Adidas. It had like a white collar on it and a bowl haircut. And it's just the dumbest, dorkiest looking that I've ever looked in my life. And there's a picture of me on the first day of high school in my yearbook wearing that outfit.
forever.
The only
Yep,
thing
I got like a necklace. I think I'm wearing like a ball chain necklace, that I wore throughout the entirety of my high school career.
The only thing that made me feel better that day is there was this kid. There's always one of those kids who's really into soccer. And I think this kid might have been from England. It was just kind of rare. I was like, oh, here's the kid who's into soccer. And he had on those kind of meshy Umbro shorts, but they were really big. And he was like a skinny kid. And I'll never forget this 9th grade first day. He was sitting across from me and his legs were kind of open and you could just see he had no underwear. It was just everything.
Somebody pantsed him.
And I was just like, well, I'm doing better than that guy. He's just, maybe I'm not. Maybe that was his goal. So anyways, Umbro guy even had a better day than me.
That's a super, that story was just such a long story to get to. You once wore a Mandalorian Target mass market T-shirt to
it's a fucking Galaxy's Edge.
Disney.
Abby, wardrobe.
I can't think of any regrets. If we're talking about,
you look good on 9th grade.
I mean, 9th grade, I was getting kind of preppy. But
nice.
I can remember when it comes to an extreme outfit that was a different look for me. I went to Ska Mania '98 with my brother.
You did?
And some of his friends. Yeah,
nice.
It's a Christian ska festival,
It was like the Christian version of the Family Values tour.
Yeah, legitimately the Supertones instead of Mustard Plug or Less Than Jake. It was all the Insiders was another band that.
What do Christian? Never mind. I'm gonna listen to some Christian ska later. Keep going.
Please don't.
Ska. It's still ska. Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter exactly.
Hey, yeah, it's Christian ska. You could have just said ska.
Yeah,
I know it's bad
either way. Yeah,
I like rock, but Christian rock's bad. But ska is just bad.
It was a big deal for me though, because it was a debut of going out into the world. I was 6th going into 7th grade, so nice. I went to I think it was Pac Sun that I got the shirt from. It was a little light blue alien ringer tee.
Oh,
and I wore red checkered plaid flared pants that are quite a statement. I'd wore them once to my science co-op and it made a splash. I remember
that's how you got your Instagram name.
Yeah. My red checkered pants.
Splash.
But yeah, and I remember I wore some sparkly boots and I put my hair up and I parted it and did space buns and put the blue color of stuff that you buy at I don't know, the drugstore.
Manic Panic or something?
Manic Panic, thank you. I haven't thought of Manic. I
used to dye
top drawer for a whole week.
I dyed my hair 50 different colors throughout my high school career with Manic Panic.
I bet. I wish we had more pictures.
Colors, yeah. I got pictures of my hair in weird colors. Yeah.
I sat in my room and talked to nobody.
Well, I did that too. I did that part, but I did it with purple hair.
That's cool. I did the black underneath color to myself
that's cool.
Junior year. It looked good.
God, you guys are
you guys are cool. This is just a fun conversation.
By the way, every podcast, this is what formed podcasters. By the way, there's not a lot of podcasters. I was the most popular kid in school. We were depressed.
Yeah.
Now we have a voice.
That's why we're podcasters. Is because of what we just explained. This is our origin story.
Yes.
We had bad taste in high school.
The wardrobe malfunctions.
I remember this girl I was dating in 9th grade. She wore these yellow pleather pants. And she's like, "Do you like these?" And I went, "No." I was honest. They sucked. Anyways, okay, cool. What were we talking about?
Star Wars Celebration
T-shirt. Shirt.
Yeah. So anyways, I have T-shirt stress. Yeah. So I've been picking up some vintage Star Wars tees. I'll post some pictures. I know somebody in the chat earlier was saying they wanted to, have some vintage tee. Now, Jake, you haven't gone down the road, and either have I, of the vintage T-shirt. I feel like if I wasn't a toy collector, I'd be even more into because I like the vintage tees, but they are expensive.
Well, there was a time where I have a couple, I got a couple Congo Twister. I have some of the Godzilla stuff, Universal Studios Jaw shirts, vintage stuff. But I bought a lot of that stuff before it really blew up and became really, really expensive. Every now and then I look, there's a couple specific Universal Studios vintage shirts that I would like to get. But I am not about spending $100 on a T-shirt and then wearing it. That's not me. I'm not one of those people who can spend tons of money on shoes and then just wear them in dirt and sand. I like that's not me. I'm not a vintage clothing wearer. I just can't do it. So I did also buy a vintage shirt for Star Wars Celebration, but it cost me $14. So you know what I mean? I'm okay wearing them if they're not those expensive. I don't like that. I don't like how vintage shirts have turned into this big market where they're
it's an
super
inflated
expensive.
market. It's because anytime it's adopted,
Well, I think it's
no,
hold on. It's 100% because of Rob
Rob
Soseby
Yes.
is the cause of it all.
He's the source.
It's because kids, like, it skews a little younger, and people like 90s. It's the way, like, when we were like young, and people would be buying like stuff from the 60s and 70s. That was vintage, right? So now,
or 80s from the thrift store, like in high school.
But I've picked up some tees. I'll show them off maybe next week. I've spent a little bit more than I wanted to on a couple of them, but they're awesome and they fit well. And I feel like t-shirts are not made as well anymore. Like, those
sizes
old,
are also the sizes for vintage shirts versus now. Also, like you basically don't even look at the fucking size for a vintage
you got to go by
because
the
none of
the
it is
measurements,
right.
yeah.
And it's like also if you're bigger like me, I wear an extra large shirt current day. An extra large vintage shirt is never it's always small on me, and I'm like,
if you buy an extra large shirt, but I feel like people were smaller in 1987. They had
well, that's what I'm saying. We're a bunch of fat Americans. We get bigger and bigger every year.
No,
and
we love ourselves.
No, I'm just saying, like, the t-shirt sizes are different. So when you're spending
have an
a lot
extra
of money on a shirt,
I have bought an XL or a large vintage shirt that, like, Abby just wears.
Yeah,
it
I was
fits
gonna
her.
say the solution is
I
always
bought a
to fit
fucking
it.
jacket that I thought was going to be my size, and I gave it to Abby.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You better wear it more.
I do. I wear it all the time.
You wear it all the time.
I wear it at all pivotal picture moments.
Wear it more. It's a beautiful jacket. I got it very cheap.
Yeah.
Bring me the girl. She knows what we're up to. She knows about the jacket.
Is that a bad Kylo Ren impersonation?
It's not.
I don't
great,
remember.
but
I don't remember what Kylo Ren sounds
It's
like.
okay.
It was all right.
Hey, I watched an interview with what's his real name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. I watched that interview with him where they asked him about he went to a convention, his first convention,
Yeah.
and they were like, he was like, "Hey, can I go get a coffee?" And they were like, "Oh, you can't leave your room." And he was like, "What?" And they were like, "You don't understand what you're at." You know, they're like, "You can't walk out into the public." He was like, they had a bag, and the bag had a bunch of masks in it, and they were like, "If you're gonna go out, you have to wear one of these." And he said it was like, you know, like Marvel movie, just like a full mat. They were like, "You can't walk out of here with your face showing." He was like, "I can't go get a coffee," and they were like, "No, we'll bring you a coffee, or you wear a mask and go." And he was like, they were just asking if he had fun, and he was like, "You know what? It was interesting. I learned a lot. I'm never gonna go to another one." He was like, "But I did it." So
yeah, and I think that's the thing. It that has to suck. Like,
I'm sure
you're you know,
it's not for him.
It's not for him. Although, I mean, Kylo Ren.
Well, neither was the dark side.
He's the dark side.
At the end of the day.
How do you want your coffee? Dark.
Very dark.
He's like, "But don't tell anybody, but bring me a little bit of cream."
Yeah, by the third.
And I'll
movie.
think about putting the cream in there. Maybe I won't.
Maybe
the
right
barista
before I die, I'll put the cream in.
The barista's like, "I feel the conflict in you.
Just put it on the side."
Yeah,
I can tell. Reach for the oat milk. You almost took my hand once. I could tell you wanted to.
Oh my god.
You're ridiculous.
It's your turn. That was really bad.
I'll take
Mine
a little bit
was
of
really
cream.
good.
Yours was good.
I'll take a little bit of cream. Don't tell anybody, especially my dad.
There's good in him. I can feel it.
Mm.
What are we doing? What is this?
I don't know.
I wanted
What are
a
we
cup
doing?
of coffee.
Who wants coffee?
Me.
Let's order
I had one
coffee.
before this started. I mean,
Anything else on Star Wars Celebration before we move on?
No, I think
We're going to
we
be talking about it a lot for the next couple of
We
weeks.
covered it.
sure.
I know one thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get a lot of good content out of
A lot of
Star
good
Wars
content,
Celebration. I feel
audio,
like,
video.
listen, I feel like we need to maybe apologize a little bit. I feel like we've gone on some trips and
Nope.
slacked
never.
off on some. I think we're going to get a lot of good.
No, sorry.
content out
Sorry.
of
Last
it.
trip we went on, we interviewed Jason Reitman. So
You're-
you guys got it all. There's no slacking.
I think
we threw you a fucking party in New York City. You are all welcome to come.
Look, our viewers just dropped to 0.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a big trip. We're gonna get there a couple days before. We're gonna maybe go see some other stuff in California.
For sure.
And I think there's gonna be a lot of content.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait. And we can't wait to see everybody. And please, if you're gonna be out there, if you're gonna be at Celebration, say hi. Right? Come hang
say
out.
hi. Just say hi. Don't look us in the eyes, but please, I'm just kidding. Yeah, say hi.
No, we want you to say hi.
Say hi to Craig.
You know what I
I'll
thought?
say hi.
You know, I had this idea.
I'm just joking. I want to meet everybody.
Okay, time out.
I only eat the brown M&Ms. This is my rider.
You know how
I want a dozen roses
for the Patreon
What?
signups? Hold on, listen. I had this idea. This came to me in a dream.
Okay.
And I was driving, which is really scary.
In the dream, you were driving.
No, I was driving and dreaming. Don't dream and drive.
That is such a good name for a band.
Don't,
Driving and dreaming.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Well, driving and crying is a band.
Don't
but that
dream and
sounds like
drive.
a new wave band.
Here we go. So we did this thing for the.
Driving and dreaming. Sorry, that was my song.
Was that B back?
I've been listening to some new wave.
I had this idea. Yeah, Abby's been blasting the Donnie Darko
Donnie
soundtrack.
Darko soundtrack.
Jesus
It's really good. It's good. It's good music.
But the music's better than the movie. Movie's overrated.
Fuck the movie.
Okay, here's what I was going to
Movie's pretty
say.
good.
We've been doing this Patreon thing where if you sign up, you get a personal phone call from me. This is what my idea. I want to keep doing that, but I want it to be like various levels. Like one out of every 20 gets a call from Jake. And that's a little bit more rare.
Oh yeah.
That's like a rarity. One out of every 30 gets a call from Abby.
Okay.
I don't know. And then people are like, oh, we're going to collect these calls like NFT.
Wow. Wow.
They're not going to be collect calls, but
I was trying to formulate something with that.
We call
Jake.
our listeners collect.
We call you collect.
You are receiving a
Call
call.
from the Fulton County Penitentiary.
Oh my God. Okay. Jake's the Chase variant. It's great. He's very rare. Let's talk about this other thing that we got
I
going
only
on.
signed like 5 phone calls. Sorry.
So we have another trip planned that's a little bit more of like a leisurely. This isn't like a, with Celebration, we're gonna have fun, but there's a business aspect to it. We're gonna be getting content.
Sure.
Yeah. Then we're going to Martha's Vineyard though, and it's mine and Abby's first time there. I know it's Jess's first time.
Yeah.
Jake, what is your anticipation for this trip to Martha's Vineyard? The filming location of, I don't know, maybe the greatest movie of all time. Jaws
it is.
2.
Well, no, actually, no, it's not. Jaws 2 was filmed mainly in Destin, Florida.
Was any of it filmed there?
Very, very small amounts of Jaws 2 were filmed in Martha's Vineyard because there's a whole bit of drama that happened with the filming of the first Jaws, and it kind of caused them to move off island for most of Jaws 2.
Okay.
Parts of Jaws 4 were back on Martha's Vineyard, but yeah, they filmed basically, Jaws was filmed there, like almost exclusively, almost 100% of the film was filmed on the island, and a lot of people don't really get that Martha's Vineyard is kind of like it's like a time bubble. It looks exactly the same now as it did then. They don't do a lot of new building. Everything is historic. There's no chain restaurants or hotels on it just looks like Jaws.
Right.
You can go to, there's a couple locations that don't exist anymore, but other than that, you can basically walk into any scene of the movie. And I've been there twice. It's been a long time since I've been there, but even going there twice, I haven't been to all of the locations.
Right.
Our good friend John Campopiano is going to meet us one day, and him.
I'm so excited to meet him in person.
He's great, and him and his buddies have put together the Jaws filming location list. It's a map, and it has every single location from all of the movies, everything that was filmed on Martha's Vineyard is like geotagged or whatever. So you can just click on it and it will take you right there. There's no like looking for it. You just go. And I mean, it's like 50 locations or something. Like it's a lot of stuff. And it's just the island's beautiful. It's chill. It's just like the perfect place to like sit on the beach, or all the houses look amazing. There's like shops everywhere. It's just going to be cool. And it's going to be cool to be there with like, you know, you guys and Jess, just like my favorite people, John, and just like visiting every single Jaws location. And it is going to be chill, and we're just going to be relaxing most of the time. But like, we're going to put together like a really cool Jaws location video. We're gonna get good footage of all of that, good pictures.
Bags of sand.
So excited. Bags of sand. And we're also driving to Martha's Vineyard, which means even though Martha's Vineyard will be a chill, you know, getting up and eating ice cream for breakfast, reading a book, just outdoor showers, whatever. But
that sounds
eating ice cream, reading a book in the outdoor shower.
Yeah, but on the way there, we're going to hit some toy stores. We're going to have kind of a leisurely drive on the way there. I think we're going to maybe stop at the Exorcist steps. Like, it's going to be like a trip before the trip.
Right.
And I'm
We're all
excited.
going to murder each other before we get there.
I'm excited to be karateing the fences.
No, don't karate the fences.
I'm going to. I bet you
should
got
wear
a location for the karateing.
You should wear
the
gi.
fences aren't there anymore.
You should wear a karate gi.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to do karate on these fences. So we'll be there near the end of June.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't done I've never been to the beach, and I've never really traveled much in the Northeast other than just driving through states. So I'm excited.
We're going at a good time of the year for weather, and like just the fact that it's like an experience getting on the island. You got to get onto a ferry, and you know, it's just like a whole thing, and it's
we're fun. Doing ferries, we're doing trolleys.
But the problem is the ferry's played by Julia Roberts.
Oh, I don't like the direction they went.
Hey, Hook rules. Except for the last 30 minutes.
It's got weak spots.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also like, you know, I like this. I have this thing in my head where I'm going to be eating jumbo shrimp and like sipping on cocktails.
We're gonna get you a cocktail. I'm stressed.
Wearing boat shoes.
Part of me is stressing out. Like, should I bring my Quint outfit and shave and like take pictures?
Yeah.
I'm like, should I do that? I don't know.
You should, but also there's a chance this turns into like a Times Square scenario where all of a sudden Jake's in the middle of town just taking pictures of people.
Well, I want that. I want to be in the middle of Martha's Vineyard, and they're like, he is real. It's like Santa Claus.
Farewell and adieu to my Martha's Vineyard tour.
You want to make the local paper. He's back.
He's back. Quint sighting. Did you hear it? There's a Quint in town.
Yeah, dude.
It's like there's
spotted him back in Oak Bluffs.
It's just imagine. It's like I know what you did last summer, but it's just Quint is the killer.
Will you haunt people?
Cool. I know what you did. I know what you did last summer. You hit me with a truck.
It wouldn't
got a hook on my hand.
It wouldn't even be if I would just absolutely do it, but it's the shaving thing that makes me like, do I want to shave? Like, I don't, my face is weird without a beard on it.
No, it's not.
It's handsome.
Well, yeah, it's weird.
It's great.
There's weird stuff happening underneath the beard.
No.
What? Like,
it's all good.
What, do you got a trimmer?
Well, the neck's weird down there. The skin's funny.
That sounds like
it looks at me funny.
That sounds like a young adult novel. The neck's weird down there. the first in a series from young adult novelist Winston Churchcraft. I just made that up.
Doesn't sound like a young adult YA author.
Oh yeah, it's always it's like
Abby Craig's never read a book, so how would he know?
I know, not even a YA book.
Okay, there you go.
Good.
He doesn't know what that means.
Yeah.
I've tried to read a book, but I noticed the lack of buttons.
Hey Craig, how's that Dark Tower coming?
I'm half.
You're getting through this one.
I read like 7 chapters. I'm getting through it.
Surviving.
I just take my time.
Okay, you just want to make sure you forget everything that happens at the beginning by the time you get to the middle, huh?
No, I
Mhm.
remember every single thing that happens. I remember
What's the 7th and 15th word?
knowing this book, probably fuck and shit.
An apotheosis.
Yeah.
The gunslinger looking through a door, through eyes, not his eyes though.
It's just Stephen King
Hey, that
describing
sounds pretty good.
what an airplane looks like to somebody who's never been inside of an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Military women giving out cupcakes.
Okay.
Oh,
You just took that from a comment.
So we're going to go to Martha's Vineyard. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. And then a late breaking development as of 3 days ago,
yeah.
we are officially
An exclusive at San Diego Comic-Con.
yeah, there's a YHS exclusive. We're going to be there. We're going to Comic-Con. Abby, walk me through it.
Dude, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do it. I know there's going to be trolleys, which I mentioned.
There's going to be trolleys.
Yeah, it's like a last minute thing. We got approved, and there's no way you can like turn that down. So we're going, and we're getting advice from Geek Dad. He's helping us out. A lot of people have contributed good like tidbits of information, and I think we're getting an Airbnb. Or no, you got a hotel.
We got a hotel. We're good.
It's gonna be our first time. I can't wait.
I'm excited. We were approved for press passes for 2020,
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, Comic-Con didn't happen, and then it rolled over to next year, and they didn't do it last year. So finally, Comic-Con's coming back. And listen, like
They remember.
Listen, they sent us an email. It was really apologetic, and they were like, "Listen, guys, we know, we really want you here. We know you guys. We were going to reach out to you first. We were so excited that you guys apply to be press, and like we'd really love to have you.
We're the press.
Yeah.
You know how people are like, don't trust the press. That's us.
Hey, it's in 2 months, but here's your free passes.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Like, Comic-Con's the biggest. It's the biggest annual pop culture event. I have a feeling it's going to be bigger than ever. People are excited to get back to it. That this is where they do big Star Wars announcements, not as much anymore, but big Marvel announcements, DC, all the big franchises will be out promoting their new movies and I'm sure there's going to be a big Avatar thing that we're going to just point and laugh at the whole time we're there. I'm excited. I love the idea, like the Marvel announcements, like figuring out, with John, I'll just do spoilers, just things happening and like movie. And I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited about the merchandise. I'm excited about the exclusives, the shopping, and more than anything, it's just new. So I don't have an expectation of like what my entire impression of Comic-Con is just what I see on TV,
which seems insane. It literally seems like the most stressful convention that we could possibly go to, and I'm really excited. And we've never been to this area of California before. It's a new setting.
It's a new setting. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
NECA will have
California.
I'm excited because NECA will have a booth, and we love NECA. We love the people that work at NECA.
We get to hang out with NECA.
Oh, dude, we're gonna be booth people. They probably don't want us to
hang out with Randy.
The booth people, Randy and Trevor.
God, it's gonna be good. Hey, are we seeing Trevor at Celebration? Is he coming to that?
I think so. He said he might come down. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out.
Hopefully.
We should call him.
Yeah.
I love the idea of us being hired to work as like reps at the NECA booth. That would be a fun.
I mean, we're reps for NECA every Tuesday night on Toy Anxiety. Literally, like the biggest shills for. They're the great. I mean, they're the great.
Literally an ambassador.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. If you want a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ninja Turtle Park back out there, that's what I was going to say.
I liked it.
Hey, that was your best Dan impression you've ever done.
Oh, no, hold on. We got this brand new, accessory package. It's, it's just like twigs, broken glass, and bottle caps, and it's really good for your toys and kids. We just want to make what the kids want. Anyways, Jesus Christ, I'm excited. Also, San Diego, man, it's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that.
I've never
great
been.
Weather. We can go.
San Diego.
See, what we do is, June we're going to Martha's Vineyard where they filmed Jaws 2.
Yes.
Then we'll go to SeaWorld where they filmed Jaws 3. And then we'll go to the Bahamas in August where they filmed Jaws 4.
I would go there.
Totally. I've been.
You've been to the Bahamas?
I've been there on a mission trip. I'd like to go on like my own terms and just like have a vacation.
How many people did you convert?
How many did I save? 0.
Did you do some baptizing while you were over there?
No, thankfully we did like a kids camp, and it was kind of fun. Honestly,
okay.
like it wasn't that bad. We played with kids,
There you go. So yeah,
and
and
we
then
went to a resort one day.
that's
It was
cool.
Yeah.
So that's the next couple months. Like we've got a very busy couple months coming up, and we've got a busy and after that we're gonna be rolling into Dragon Con and probably Halloween Horror Nights, and the back half of this
And
year
then
is
it
going to
starts all over again.
It starts over
Yeah.
again. I'm actually glad they moved Toy Fair to fall of 2023 because I don't
I'm
think
not going.
Oh yeah.
I'm not fucking going.
Something's got to give at some point.
I'm excited though. We're gonna have some fun. We got a lot of content we're gonna be putting out for you guys, and I don't know what else. Any stress, rants, raves, anything? What's on everybody's mind? We got a few more minutes here. Is everybody excited about Jurassic World? I keep forgetting it comes out.
Oh, that's fucking. Hey, I think I'm gonna go see Firestarter tonight.
Oh, neat.
Oh, that's
Came out today. There's nobody's talking about it. I read a tweet saying that the embargo on it was like today, which they were like usually is a really bad sign for movie. If the
Yes.
embargo is all the way up until release,
Mhm.
usually means it's garbage.
right.
Yeah.
But I want to see it just because it is a new Stephen King adaptation, and I read the book for the first time and watched the original Firestarter for
Okay.
the first time very recently in prep for this movie. So
Okay.
I want to go see it. It's out today. I think I might go see it later on tonight. We'll see how I'm feeling. If not, I'll see it by Saturday at the latest.
Hey Jake, did you like the book?
Yeah, it was fine. I liked it. I liked it because it's literally like the X-Men. Like it's about two people with powers. They're not mutants, but like they're being hunted by a corporation. There's other people with like
I'm
they're
gonna
trying
read
to
it.
learn. It felt like it feels a lot like early X-Men comics. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's short.
It's not what I thought. It is not what I thought it was going to be. I liked it.
Cool. I've got like the paperback, and I literally yesterday had that moment where I was like, I have time to read something. Let me do that. So
Yeah.
I might
Very
do that.
cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about Firestarter, but heck, big Zac Efron fan. Isn't he in it?
He's in it. He's
He's in it.
He's her
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, let's mention this before we get towards the end here. I sent you guys this article today about the current legal battle over the Friday the 13th
Sure.
series, and how basically the TLDR is there's multiple entities that are claiming the rights to Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It's two people. Okay. And the reason why we haven't got a Friday the 13th movie since 2009 is because they cannot settle their differences. There's huge disagreements over what pieces of the intellectual property are actually owned by who. Somebody owns the name Friday the 13th, but another person owns the rights to adult Jason wearing a hockey mask. And other people are like, well, we're just going to make a Friday the 13th movie with Jason with no hockey mask. And the other people, no, you can't do that either, because we also like, there's just this huge back and forth. It's in the courts. My favorite part of the article is that in 53 years, Friday the 13th becomes public domain. So
How long?
53 years.
Oh, okay.
And I can't wait.
Well,
I'll make
I think
it then.
The court case is over. That
Yeah, walk me through this.
the court case ended not that long ago. There was it was in a lot of the news. The horror sites, Bloody Disgusting was talking about it. And yeah, it's basically what you just said, but it came down with like the battle. It's been going for years. It's, we haven't gotten a movie since 2009. And that's why they've been going to court over it for years and years. And they ended there was a ruling, and the ruling was basically like, hey, you own this, you guys can make a movie, but in order to do that, if you want to make a movie, you got to sign a contract with him, and he's got to agree to terms. If you want to make a movie, you got to sign a contract with him, and you guys got to come to terms. So it's possible, but you guys got to be chill about it. But they hate each other.
Right.
They hate each other. They've both put each other through 15 years or so of court
Litigation,
cases.
yeah.
They think they should own everything. They think they should own everything. So it's never going to happen. They're never going to they're not going to settle. I don't think they hate
Right.
each other. So,
well, another interesting thing in the article is that there's other properties that are kind of in similar.
it happens a lot. It
circumstances.
happens a lot. I mean, it's literally why it's not the first time that Friday the 13th has dealt with something like this. I mean, at some point in the franchise, it stops being called Friday the 13th. That's because of a rights issue.
Right.
Freddy's Dead is a rights issue. New Nightmare is a rights issue.
Yeah.
Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Takes Manhattan. It happens a lot, and it's just a common. When you have a screenwriter, you got directors, you got multiple
producers.
It's a common thing that happens when movies become franchises.
Right. The article also said that Beetlejuice and Ace Ventura were two other properties wrapped up in similar disputes, which is a bummer because, listen, of the two, as much as I would love to see a third Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey, there's nothing about Jim Carrey's work over the last 5 or 10 years that tells me that it's worth doing.
It's not going to happen.
I just don't think it would be good. I think that he's kind of grown and changed, and I think I still like Jim Carrey a lot, but I just don't know if he's going to capture that energy and do that character justice. I think Michael Keaton could still do Beetlejuice, and I would love to see a second Beetlejuice movie. So I kind of hope that gets worked out. I kind of hope that the Friday the 13th thing gets worked out because I'd love to see a new take on that. But the whole reason I brought this up was because the Stephen King tweet came back where Stephen King said he wanted to write a Jason movie or a book from Jason's perspective called I, Jason. Which is
well, somebody asked him about it and had him clarify, and he was like, look, I would never actually do it. He's like, but I had a thought, I had an idea, and I thought it was a good idea. And then he made that tweet. It's not like he ever had a intention of spending time on writing a Friday the 13th project, but I would like to know more about his idea.
Jake, what was called Jason? What? I think we're all I'm a fan of that franchise. It's actually one of my favorite. I love
great.
I love all those.
It's better than Halloween. Fuck off, fight me.
It is. I mean, the first Halloween to me is my favorite horror movie of all time. But
you think the franchise?
As a franchise,
yeah.
I could go watch Friday the 13th 4 through 8
any of
right
them
now. And have a great
any of
time.
them. Yeah.
What would you like to see? Ideally, have you ever thought about what you would do with it?
No, and I don't think there's much you can do. I think anytime they've tried to make the Jason movies unique, they don't work as much. We did an episode on Jason Takes Manhattan, and even though I like that movie, I like it for reasons. I like it because it's dumb,
Right.
The Jason movies that work the best is just Jason killing a bunch of kids in the woods, really. Right. So it's I feel like, there are a lot of movies out there where it's be different. Why the sequel needs to be better. It needs to be different. And I agree with that. But I feel like Friday the 13th, just make the same movie over and over. Just do different kills. You can change things here and there, but that's just what you want from Friday the 13th. I just want to see Jason in a mask being brutal. And some of those movies, some of the deaths in those movies, I watched the remake, the 2009 movie not that long ago. And they tried, and a lot of people really like that movie as far as remakes go. And it's okay, but the kills are all kind of boring. It's all right, well, he stabbed a guy.
Right.
The old Jason movies, he'll, puts a machete through somebody's face while they're fucking somebody. When he puts the belt.
Used to refer to Saturday night.
A Saturday night. There's some really weird, inventive kills in the Jason franchise. Some of them are gross. He's killing people with a spear gun, through the eye. There's the thing with the belt when he tightens it against the tree and makes that guy's head. There's a lot of gross, weird, and that's what you watch those movies for, man. It would be cool. I would watch something that maybe has a little more Jason lore thrown in. I don't need a complete reasoning or we know his backstory, but I just like all of that. It's fun. Set him, we talked about that. There's that what is that fan film? The Jason Never Hike Alone is pretty good. And the second Never Hike Alone takes place in the wintertime. And I'm like, that's cool. Just put it in the winter. Like different anything. Setting, it's just different settings, whatever, man. I just I like it and I just want more of it. Fuck it.
Abigail.
Yeah.
What would you do with Jason?
I'll take more Jason. I mean, part of me wants to see his mom come back. It doesn't make any sense, but I always like the dynamic between mother and son. I don't know why you would need to, but
well, they said that one of the things they said was they've thought about doing like a TV show, like a Bates Motel style. I could totally see them doing.
That's what I don't.
That's
want.
what you don't want.
Right.
Those shows kind of suck, and they try to take things a little too seriously. And I don't need to see Jason's mom's home life before Jason became Jason. If you're gonna remake the movies, then she should be there for sure. And I don't
see what I would do. I would remake. Okay. I would remake. How would I do this? This is what I would do. I would kind of do what they did with the first Friday the 13th remake, where they kind of bridged different aspects of some of the other movies, right? Obviously Jason's not in the original Friday the 13th as a hockey mask killer. I would give me a 10-part Netflix series that is just a 10-part, a summer camp series, but it's Jason. And that way you're not just you take a couple episodes to build up, the couple people start getting murdered, and you can flesh out a full story, whatever that story is, probably not much more than a bunch of teenagers at a camp.
Exactly.
But I say go back. You know who should do it? The guy who directed X. And I know he's not going to, but there's something about the Ty West. There's something about the way his visualization of brutality on screen, but also it's artsy at the same time, but also kind of funny at the same time.
Understanding of sexuality and what part that plays. And
yeah. I would. What I would like to see is maybe a filmmaker take a unique take on it and try to kind of bring some jazz to it, but not try to overcomplicate it.
No, but maybe make it a little funny in the beginning.
It would also be it would be cool if the rights were at a point where it was you could have multiple Jason movies happening. You know what I mean? Because it's such a where their continuities are not it's oh, he's gonna make a Jason movie. Let's see what kind of Star Wars. He's making a Marvel movie or he's making and dude, I was just thinking, since it's a summer camp movie, here's the best crossover ever.
Here we go.
Let them make a new season of Wet Hot American Summer.
I was about to say this. Continue.
All the same characters, actors, writers. Mm-hmm. Just put Jason in it. He's just killing. Yes. He's just killing them all through the season.
That's an
amazing idea. Yeah. And I was about to say it when I said that thing about it could be a little bit funny. I was thinking, a crossover of Wet Hot and Jason.
Call it Saturday the 14th.
Because it's not going to be incredible drama and really pivotal storytelling. So make it funny and then put the kills in. Make them cool kills.
That would be awesome. See, now we're thinking outside of the box.
We've been talking about this for 6 years.
Definitely don't replace the hockey mask.
Don't replace it. I like the idea that in 50 years, Jason's going to be like Sherlock Holmes.
Public domain.
Just you'll see him.
There's a BBC
everywhere.
Version.
Well, at that point, somebody will renew their copyright. That's never going to happen. Somebody's going to renew. It's going to stay in somebody's family.
Robin Hood, Sherlock Holmes, Jason.
I love that. Wow, man, I can't believe there's 3 Friday the 13th movies coming out this year. Friday night on the BBC, Jason takes London.
Exploring Jason's history.
Bring him to London. They think Jack the Ripper's back, but it's Jason.
Wait, that's kind of fun. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. The Ripper's back. By the way, I love Jack.
Can you take a Carnival cruise there? We follow him.
No, it's somehow they get Jason on a plane.
Yes.
He's in there's a mix up and Jason Voorhees is just on first class for 8 hours getting to London. He's actually scared of heights, so he's fine while he's on the plane. He's not killing anybody. He's just quiet. He's got his mask on, so nobody cares.
There's a little British girl staring at him. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's just like, "Mommy, there's a hockey
there's
plane."
somebody has a freak out on the plane because they keep taking their mask off. And they're like, I shouldn't have to wear masks. This guy's got a hockey mask on. We shouldn't have to wear these on the plane. And Jason's just chill. And
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
A young couple goes into the bathroom to join the Mile High Club.
Oh, he
kills somebody in the
no, not on my watch.
Hey, that's the opening scene right
Or hold on.
He
Or
drops them out the toilet, like kills them both and then flushes them.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my god, hold on. We're just making a movie.
Okay.
Or whoever the anti-mask person who like freaks out, Jason kills them publicly and everybody's like, yeah, claps for him.
Right,
he
yeah,
sits
yeah.
back down, you know, they
Our
bring him.
hero.
He
bring him a
goes
drink.
viral. Now here's
Yeah.
the idea. Ready for this? Similar to Jason X, but hear me out. They finally have caught Jason Voorhees. This is how all these Jasons
like Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. They finally caught him. They've he's dead. They want to find the greatest forensic scientist in the world to do the autopsy to figure out after all this time what it was that is there actually even all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So they transport Jason's body on a commercial flight. Okay, and he's in the stowaway,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
His dormant body.
they do that. Like, there's a funeral thing by the air. Like, this is how they get bodies. We
live by the airport.
we live by the airport. So they have him
wow.
on a commercial flight, right? And I don't know if this is a real thing, if there's access between the stowaway under the thing, but like, you know how like the big intercontinental planes have like elevators that the flight attendants can take down to like a small kitchen. He obviously gets out of his casket. He's alive.
Yeah.
He makes it to the elevator, kills a flight attendant, goes up the elevator, kills the people in the bathroom having sex, he kills the whole plane, but he can't get into the cockpit.
But
So
not
So they have to land the plane.
He's waiting by the door.
Yeah, he's waiting by the door. They have to land the plane.
He's just eating peanuts. Like,
So he's murdered like hundreds of people on this plane. It's a massacre on the plane. They land the plane. They try to take him into custody. He escapes the airport. Now Jason's loose in London. That's what it's called. Loose in London. Jason Voorhees.
wow.
The idea of landing a plane with a cabin full of dead people
It was awesome.
Yeah, and then waiting outside to kill the pilot's pretty cool.
I like it better. I like it better if when he's down in the sub part and he kills the flight attendant. When he comes up, he's wearing the flight attendant's outfit, but still with his mask on, covered in blood, holding a machete. Also, why does he have a machete? Why did they put? They're like, we're gonna bury him.
Imagine
we're gonna
him
bury
walking-
him with his machete. Put it in his casket.
He's wearing the flight attendant's outfit. He's got his machete. He's pushing a drink cart down the aisle, and he's just stabbing people like from behind as he goes. But can I get a stab?
Somebody goes like there's a shot where it's a shot as if you're sitting by the window, right? Looking over at whoever's in the aisle seat. Guy's wearing his headphones, so he doesn't hear any of the commotion. Cart pulls up, and he just goes, yeah, I'll take an orange juice. And then his head just gets cut off.
You hear his headphones.
Yeah, the little music's playing.
God. But whenever the pilot opens the door, the pilot has to be like, who's the pilot? It's like
Bruce Campbell.
It's the hero of the story. It's like
Ash.
It's Ash.
All right, now
Ernest.
we jump to Shark.
It's Ernest. Ernest is flying the plane. He's like, so I'm leaving on the jet plane. I don't know where I'll be back again. He's like talking to things. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching London. He's like, you know what I mean, Vert. And then there's like, yeah. I love this. This is Ernest versus Jason on a plane. By the way, imagine the trailer.
Hold on, wait, no. Hold on. Something you just said gave me the actual answer. Jason's on a plane.
Yeah.
It's Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, it's the sequel.
Snakes on a plane.
Get that motherfucking kid off my motherfucking plane.
Okay.
I love it.
Maybe a gremlin.
Maybe a gremlin's in there too. No.
Jason's on a plane.
If they ever do another Gremlins, if
Jason.
they ever do another Gremlins, they should do it. Airplanes are a fun place to do these kind of things.
Yeah.
Listen, imagine the trailer. Like, I need some. Is there like spooky music I can get? I don't. Hold on 1 second.
I can find some.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Spooky trailer music. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go.
This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but hey, you know what? I'm actually having fun for the first time in my life. Okay. Let's see here. Chrome tab, spooky trailer music. Okay. We're just gonna play whatever the first one is. Ready?
This summer, from New Line Cinema, you knew him from the summer camps. You knew him from Crystal Lake. But now get to know him 40,000 feet above the ocean.
Jason?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking.
This is your mother, Jason!
Ding!
The seatbelt lights are on.
Ding!
What the fuck?
So this is a no smoking section.
My other take was gonna be that was fun. My other take that was gonna be it's more of a comedy.
Can I?
And it's just like
Yeah.
it's like he's wearing the flight attendant. He's like, it's Jason Voorhees, like you've never seen him before. And then he just haul notes.
This summer.
Well, I want to think
You might find love.
You're making my dreams come true.
Sorry, no
Hey.
more room for carry-ons.
I know we're not supposed to acknowledge the comments, but Michael Traverso just said, "There's no way this wasn't rehearsed. That trailer's awesome. I hope you're recording this."
Oh,
we are recording this.
By the way, I kind of forgot people were watching. And also, if we would have rehearsed this, there's no way we would have waited till an hour and 20 minutes.
No. Hey, here's a secret. We don't rehearse.
Yeah, nothing's rehearsed.
Really anything.
But I
We
kind of
because we don't have time to rehearse.
Hey,
'cause
we
do
should-
too much.
we should start making this a regular segment where we just play trailer music and we improv a
I liked
trailer
it.
for a
I
fake
liked
movie.
it.
Yeah, me too.
Next week we'll do Nightmare on Pennsylvania Avenue. President Freddy Krueger.
There's a boiler room in the White House.
Yeah, give me the Secretary of State, bitch.
Yeah,
I
I like
love
this.
it.
Let's
Oh
end
my
with
God, I
like
like
an
that.
improv.
I like
every
that.
episode.
Let's do
Nightmare
that
on,
next week.
Nightmare on Pennsylvania Avenue. All right. I love it. Oh man.
We made a new segment. Yay!
Well, this was fun, guys. I think we covered a lot of ground.
Sure.
We're gonna do this maybe once a month where we just do a live stream of the regular podcast for Patreon. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Final thoughts?
Thank you for watching, those of you who are watching live. And we're like a week and a half out from Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
So I'm just really excited to see friends and hang out and put out more content. And
I'm wearing a Jason
Experience
mask on the
things.
plane.
I kind of feel like
You
that might be
probably are
fun.
not going to do that. No, it's probably not going to be allowed. I would advise against pulling out a Jason
What?
mask. Hey, but here's a statement: if any of the Friday the 13th films are available to watch on the plane, I'm watching it
Yeah, that would be fun.
because there will be less nudity
Mhm.
than The Shape of Water.
Well, that's what you think.
My goal is to find the nudity and watch it on the
Hi.
plane.
Our goal on an airplane is to find the nudity. Always.
Do they have that in coach, or is it like only available in first class?
First class nudity. That's my band's name.
Driving and dreaming.
Driving and dreaming. Yeah, this was fun.
Driving.
If if you're not on Patreon, you can sign up at patreon.com/yes. Have some. Been having a lot of fun with all that bonus content. Abby, why don't you tell everybody about group therapy?
A group therapy. It's a really great, safe space that you can join and hang out with other listeners of YHS and be friends with us, essentially. You can post things. All you have to do to join our group is search for Yes Have Some Podcast Group Therapy on Facebook and ask to join. We keep it as a closed group because we don't want spam, bullshit, memes, or like people that aren't really, wow, if I say people who aren't like-minded, that sounds really terrible. But it's very much,
fuck off.
it's an open space for good conversation.
It is. It really much is.
Yeah.
It really much is. I can talk.
Please join.
Cool. next week we'll cover what I wore the first day of 10th grade. No, this was great. Yeah, join group therapy. If you're going to be at Star Wars Celebration, make sure you say hello. Although we'll have another episode of YHS before we're out there. I don't have anything else, but I have a feeling we're going to hang out for a few extra minutes on Patreon here. But for the regular listeners, we will see you next time. Thank you for joining us for Yes Have Some Podcast. Bye.
Bye.
y'all.